Quick note before the start of this review, if you want to see the podcast we did yesterday, it is linked in the description. Dusty uploaded it to his channel this morning, or not too long ago. So if you missed the podcast yesterday and you want to see it, it's already on YouTube.
I am the Wing King.
Hello world of YouTube and welcome to a review, a music review. Yes, I'm not just going to be doing discography review updates. I figured as a way to kind of get reviews and the idea of reviewing back into my subscriber base's consciousness as something I do, I would do more than just update the discographies, the myriad of discographies that I need to review, and talk about other records from this year and releases that have come out that I've thoroughly enjoyed for one reason or another. And I figured I'd start with something small, simple. This is a review of Tupper Ware Remix Party's EP, Tonight, which came out earlier in the year, but I recently decided to check out the full thing because I enjoyed one of the songs on here, the song that got me into this group, and I felt like they had enough going for them outside of that to give them a full listen, and I gotta say, I thoroughly enjoyed this thing. If you've never heard of this group, they're a Canadian synth funk disco-y group, and I got into them through the song The Hit that's on here, which features Danny Sexbang of Ninja Sex Party and Game Grumps fame on it, and while I love him as a vocalist, and I think that he works really well with this band, there's a lot more to this record than just that song. But I do love The Hit. I think it is a perfect fucking pop song. I think Danny's voice suits the band really well, and I'm happy that Tupper Ware Remix Party is going to be the band that does the instrumentation on the Ninja Sex Party covers record, Under the Covers. I think it's going to be awesome. I think they're going to meld together into some true bliss on that thing, and I think that this is a good hint of that. But this thing starts off with some other interesting ideas on ICQ, which has this very synth funky, very fun dance song that has a lot of influence from older groups, but also I hear a lot of Daft Punk and Justice, like modern techno disco thrown in there. I feel like that they probably draw more influence from them than they do acts like Donna Summers and Jojo Mortar, because a lot of those influences from the electronics creep in the vocal stylings, and really the atmosphere feels very of those two groups especially. And that's not a bad thing because they do make it their own, especially on tracks like ICQ where they throw in a fucking turntable in there by Scratch Bastard, who works really well with the sound. I didn't think turntables in electro funk would work, but it does, and I feel like it suits the sound really well, and I think they make it blend together pretty well. On top of that, they also have a couple other tracks, Prismatic Core and Japanquest, which Japanquest almost has a couple other chilled out sounds thrown in there. It works really well. By the by, this thing is just a stellar release. It's 4 songs. It sounded like a lot of fun. I feel like if you want to throw in some more funk and synthetic music into your party mix, you couldn't go wrong with throwing this in there because there's a lot of fun. The Hit itself is, again, a stellar pop song. Danny's vocals on that thing are amazing. The bass is super funky on that song, and on Prismatic, really the bass on this thing is fucking stylized. Not just the bass, but everything on here. The sonic palette on this thing is nothing but fun, and I enjoy it, and I feel like you might too if you like any of the bands I just mentioned as influences. But yeah, that's Tonight by Tupper Ware Remix Party. It's probably my favorite EP I've heard of this year so far. My favorite song is The Hit, obviously because it's fucking perfect. If you want to hear that, it's linked in the description. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I know it's a little bit shorter, but I'm trying to also harness the idea of focusing my reviews a bit more. I don't want to say I'm going to make shorter reviews now, but I do have a history of making longer videos, and sometimes I ramble a bit, and I'm trying to improve. I've improved on editing and I've improved on my presentation, but I'm constantly trying to improve, and that's an aspect I'm trying to work on. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you feel like I didn't talk about the record enough, please let me know. I'm always up for contributions as far as criticism. But I'm gonna go. You guys have good days, lots of situations, and I'll see you another day. Ba-da-da-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-da-ba-da.